Hi, and welcome to today's Monday Musings. My name is Stephanie RJ, and I'm so glad that you could join me. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought for even a moment that you wished relationships came with a return policy? Well, I kind of joke about that, but in a way, there's a truth to it because when we're first in that fantastically wonderful, euphoric first love relationship or first moments of the love relationship, we think that everything is absolutely peachy keen, cool, wonderful, awesome, whatever your word is for your generation. And then slowly that euphoria wears off and we begin to see what we and that other person maybe really like. And seeing that, having the eyes to see that, in a way, we still cannot see. And that's what my fourth chapter of my book, Shackled by Shame, Liberated by Love, is about. Having eyes to see the red flags, and yet we do not see. A couple of years ago, I was on a prayer team, and a young man approached my partner and I for prayer. He started out by saying that he needed prayer for his wife and his marriage. He complained that his wife was telling him that he was emotionally and verbally abusive. But he discounted the truth of that because she also, in his mind, complained that her parents were emotionally and verbally abusive. He also told us that his wife had said he wasn't a Christian because he wouldn't tithe or didn't tithe, and he didn't read his Bible. However, the young man was quick to point out that his wife wanted a divorce, and that was extremely un-Christian. And then he went on to tell us that he was angry and he would come home and from work and just have angry fits. But he always told his wife, it really wasn't about her. And then he would tell her whatever it was that caused him to be angry. But in everything that he shared with us, he didn't say that he was sorry for being angry or he took any responsibility for being angry. Basically, he was telling us that it was his wife's fault that she couldn't handle the fact that he'd come home sometimes, or a lot of times, and just be angry. Well, I tried to explain to the young man as easily and quickly as I could for the occasion that maybe he might see things from her side, that there was something about maybe her past that was legitimate, and when he was angry, maybe she was overly sensitive because maybe her parents were emotionally and verbally abusive. However, he didn't seem to be able to grasp that. So then I suggested to him, have you ever thought about counseling? Oh, he liked that idea and thought it would be great if his wife went to counseling. Well, at that point, I was so frustrated inside. Actually, to be honest, I was really triggered because obviously this young man did not see his own blind spots, his own need for counseling, his own contribution to the demise of his marriage. When we're in abusive, emotionally and verbally abusive relationships or domestically violent relationships, very often both the abuser and the abused cannot separate themselves from the pain of the situation of today or the pain of the past that colors the situation of today. Both parties see, but they don't see. And so for me personally, I saw things at different times prior to my saying I do to my children's father. But I also felt that I had to overlook and ignore and rationalize these things that were obviously red flags. I rationalized that maybe it was the tension of the moment, the tension of preparing to be married, the tension of the financial responsibility of a household for two. There was lots of things that I thought, but I also knew I didn't want to be alone. And so I kind of also had a very naive yet faith-based attitude that God could do anything. But I wasn't realistic about our need as individuals to cooperate with God. You might be wondering, you might have picked up my book because somebody recommended it to you, or because there was something about it that made you say, that could be me. For me, shame got me trapped. And my past experiences swayed my present judgment until God liberated me with his love. And then it was a process, just like when Jesus called Lazarus out of the grave. He came out, but he was still wrapped in grave clothes. And so people needed to take the bandages, the grave bandages off of him so that he could be restored to the kind of life he had, walking, talking, living life. And so it is with us. Now, if you have any kind of wondering inside of yourself, is this my imagination, or am I really in an emotionally or verbally abusive relationship? In that case, I recommend that you go to the back of my book and take the quiz. It will help you to see if this is a pattern or if it's just incidents. Don't let your past determine your today or your tomorrow when it comes to the pain in your life. Let the Lord touch that place of pain, heal that place of pain, and bring you into his freedom and his joy for your life, so that you too can say you have been liberated by love. And if you've been liberated and you're learning to walk in love, well, let him do that too. Ask the Lord to give you eyes to see what right now you may not want to see. I know that the Lord wants to do for you what he did for me and even more. He wants you to be free from shame, and he wants to heal the pain of abuse. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Oh, and if you like this video, then please recommend it to your friends. You can check out my YouTube channel, Stephanie RJ. Last name is ARJE. Or my website, Stephanie RJ, StephanieARJE.com. And check out the different things, my blog and the different videos I have posted there, not only about this issue, but Bible teachings. Have a great day and a great week.